How long does it take to wash your vehicle? This is a mildly dirty vehicle. It's been raining the last couple of days. It's been driven a lot and it's been sitting outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rinse it down. I'm gonna do a rinseless wash method, dry it, and then add a spray wax at the same time. And we're gonna see, does it take under 10 minutes, over 20 minutes? And yes, depending on the size of your vehicle or the condition that it's in, it might take longer or not take as much time. But as a general thing that I wanna do, I just wanna show you that if you wanna wash your vehicle on a Saturday morning, on a Friday night, or Friday evening, you don't have to spend hours and hours out there trying to do the job. With a few tools and products, with the right process, it doesn't have to take you a long time. Okay, so I have my drying towel ready, my spray wax ready, I have the pressure washer gun, and I have my bucket of rinseless wash with my sponge. I'm gonna press the timer and we're gonna start. I'm gonna move at a decent pace. I'm not gonna be running or anything, just to kind of show you like at normal speed without thinking like you have to go and move faster, how fast we can get it done. So, and we will start. And remember, I'm gonna be moving the camera, so that's also gonna add to the time. So first things first is I'm going to grab my pressure washer gun. If you have a garden hose, you can do that and just rinse down the entire vehicle. Now the next step is to simply gonna rinse it and then dry it, and you'll see how that looks. It's very straightforward. So we're gonna start from the top and work our way down. Now again, it really depends on the size of your vehicle and the condition that it's in. That will kind of determine how long you can take on a wash. If you're, cleaning, if you're gonna wash a very clean Miata, that's like, one of the smaller cars that you can work on. And if it's already clean, it's not gonna take that much work. Versus if you're working like on a Tundra and it's really dirty, that's gonna take a different level of cleaning and time to get decent results. So it really depends on just the size of the vehicle, the condition that it's in, and then the kind of results that you're looking for. This one, since it already has a layer of wax on it, you can kind of go a bit faster because it kind of knocked off a lot of the dirt from the paint. That's why it's important to take care of your vehicle and to make sure it's protected. Okay, then I'm gonna squeeze out the dirty water right there, dunk it back in my wash bucket. Now, a rinseless wash method is a great option on several reasons. One, if your vehicle isn't that dirty and you don't need to bring out like a foam cannon or foam it down or do like a 2-bucket wash method, you can just use one bucket, one sponge, and do the entire vehicle like that because it's not that dirty. Or two is if it's either winter, like really cold outside, and you want to kind of minimize the amount of tools, water that you're using, you can use a rinseless wash method. Or if you're in an area where there's water restrictions and you can't just like use however many gallons of water to wash your vehicle, again, using one bucket of water with a sponge, maybe like a light rinse down will be more favorable to you. It just depends on where you live and all that, but that's why rinseless wash methods are so popular, just because you can use them in a lot more scenarios versus like needing a foam can and a pressure washer, needing like 2 buckets, needing soap, needing all this water. Like this is a much more minimal process. Now the entire time I'm just working myself from top to bottom. Okay, there you go. I did the whole plastic piece again just because it's very easy to hit. Now I'm gonna go back and do the actual painted surfaces. There we go. And one thing to take note is that when people say it's a swirl-free wash, right? Like you don't want to add swirls to the paintwork. To some degree, whether you're doing a rinseless, a 2-bucket wash method, a waterless, whatever the case may be, even if it's coated, to some degree, even if it's at the most like micro level, you are adding some level of swirls and scratches back into the paintwork. It's just how it goes. The better the process, the more meticulous you are, the less that is. But to some degree, you are adding swirls back into the paintwork. Okay, the last part here is the rear. First, I'm gonna do the painted surfaces, and then I'll go down to the plastic trim. Now in this one, since there's a lot of tight areas right here, instead of using a sponge, I'm actually just gonna grab a towel and get more into those tighter areas, because there's a lot of small areas that this thicker sponge can't really reach. So just a microfiber towel, and I'm gonna get into these more tighter areas. Okay, so not much got picked up, but there was a little bit of dirt there. Now I'm gonna flip sides again. And I'm gonna get into the tighter areas right here with this towel. Okay, not much got picked up else either. Okay, I'm gonna touch up these vents here real quick, because I don't think the sponge got into here. Okay, so we are currently at 13 minutes and 18 seconds. Next, I'm going to grab my spray wax, which is from Malco, called Showroom Spray, and I'm literally going to give it a few spritz, and I'm going to combine it with the drying process. That way I save time. Instead of drying first, then using a spray wax and wiping it down, I'm just going to combine two steps into one. Could you do a spray wax after the drying process? Yes, absolutely, but to follow the theme of like just trying to do it in without taking that much time, we'll combine it into one. And remember, I'm just doing it the most basic way right now, as far as just literally a rinse and wash, a towel, and a spray wax. You could always change up the process, and you could add a blower to get the standing water out of the tight areas. You could use a brush to agitate the grill, the vent, the tighter areas. So you could always add more to this to do a more thorough job. I'm just trying to give you the most basic and essential way to do it, to show that, hey, yeah, it doesn't need to take me a whole hour to go and just wash my vehicle so I can go out on a Saturday evening with my friends. Like, you just do it in 20 minutes or less and you'll be good to go. Now here, just to save time yet again, I'm going to spray the whole passenger side with the product, even the roof. That way I can put the product down and just focus on actually drying the vehicle. Again, start from... And just to add a bit more time is that I'm going to spray a little bit of spray wax into the towel and go over some areas that still didn't dry. Okay, there we go. We've washed it, we've dried it, we spray waxed it, we went back again and did some touch-ups. That was 20 minutes and 51 seconds. Again, I stopped a lot to talk as well, so subtract like 3-4 minutes from that as well. And that completes the vehicle. Again, if you want to add more steps and put more effort into it, it's going to take a bit more time, and again, you have to put more effort into it. So if you wanted to actually, foam it down, if you wanted to agitate the emblem with a brush, if you wanted to maybe even blow out the standing water or rinse it down again and then blow out the standing water with a blower, like all those are great things to add. But for most people, they just want to do a quick wash and be done with it, because we could still wipe down the door jambs, you can still clean the wheels, you can still do a lot of things. But to most people, a washed car is good enough and they're on their way. So I just want to kind of show you that, hey, yes, going with just the wash process, it's good enough if you want a clean vehicle. If you want to check out the tools and products, I'll have them linked down below. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Is this a good method? Would you do this method? Let me know down below, and I'll see you on the next one.